We are here in the workshop at Sporting Life, and today we're going to talk about ski tuning and everything that goes into working on your skis to make them fresh and ready to go out there on the slopes. I'm with Service Manager Bill Ford, and Bill, first of all, I guess there's some consideration about the work area and the skis that you would consider before you actually start the tuning process.
That's right, Chris. Again, the first thing I would look for is that the work area, the bench, and all the areas where you store your tools are nice and clean, so that nothing will get on the skis, contaminate the base later on. That you have adequate ventilation. There are fumes involved just with the waxing and heat, so it's nice to have the ventilation. And that's really it, just making sure your work area is clean and that you're ready to go.
So the next thing I gather is to actually have a look at the ski and see what's going on before you start doing any work on it.
That's right. You just want to give it a good visual inspection just to make sure that the base and the edges are okay, you know, looking for any damage to the base, rust or case hardening on the edges, any obvious defects, cracks in the sidewall. Also, you'd want to check the bindings just to make sure that the binding itself is actually intact, you know, that all the toe wings are there and that the heel piece is okay.
All right, so next step, I guess, is to actually prepare the ski base to work on it.
Correct, yeah. You want to make sure that you have the ski ready to go in the vise. So we'll lock it in the vise. Okay, just make sure everything's solid, that the ski is actually in the vise. And then what I'll do now is get a brass or steel brush for the first cleaning of the ski. You just want to get off any dirt or shipping film. This is a brand new ski, so I'm going to treat it as such. Just going to be cleaning off the ski with the brush as much as you possibly can. Try and work from the tip of the ski to the tail of the ski. Next thing I want to do is to check for the base for level, make sure the ski is flat. Okay, so basically how I would do that is you're just going to pick certain spots on the ski, check for light, just check for light going in. It's pretty easy to see whether the ski is convex or concave, and then you can make your next decisions from there as far as what you have to do. The ski is pretty level. So what I'm going to do now then is just sort of prepare the base edge of the ski. First little bit you do on the curved parts of the ski at the tip and the tail, do them by hand, all right, without the tool. This just ensures that when you use the tool that you don't scalp the ski and scratch the base. Then I would grab my edge guide, make sure the ski is clean, and then just place the file in and pushing towards that. Do that, and then grab my piece of sandpaper. I'm going to do it this way. Wrap it, make sure the ski is clean, and just buff off the edge.
So Bill, once you've done both edges, I understand the next thing is to actually work on the side of the ski or the side wall. I guess what you call sidewall planing, or I've heard the Austrians refer to it maybe as de-cheeking the sidewall.
That's right, Chris. Yes, that's what they call it. According to the Austrians, it's de-cheeking. Yeah, I would get ready to take the sidewall of the ski down. There's a couple of reasons to do that. Basically, you're going to be putting a 3-degree edge angle on the ski. The skis are made 90 degrees. If you go 3 degrees, your file's going to strike the sidewall, or the sort of the guard edge of the ski here. If you look at it, there's the little stripe down just above the edge. You have to remove that to get it out of the way of the file. So I'm just going to do that with the sidewall plane. And keep these things, put them in the garbage, because they're the things that contaminate your ski.
Okay, now that you've got all the cheeks off the ski, what's next?
Next thing we want to do, Chris, is again, just make sure the ski is clean, so there's no contamination in it. Give it a quick scan. Sometimes Mr. Paintbrush helps here. Clean all the dust off the side of the ski from filing and doing the sidewall. Then I would want to start actually setting the edge angle on the ski. In this case of this ski, it's going to be a 3-degree edge angle. So I will grab the tool, the edge guide, and again, starting at the tip, work my way down the ski, pulling the file, from tip to tail. Might have to do that a couple of times just to ensure that you've got the whole edge sharpened. And that's about it. Just make sure you clean it off. Again with the brush. Make sure your base is clean. And get ready to deburr.
So burrs are the little bits that can be left after the rough file goes over the edge, and you got to take those off, right?
That's correct. Yeah, you want to make the edge nice and smooth, get rid of the roughness and all the leftover bits of steel from the filing. So what we do is just get a diamond stone and take it to the side edge of the ski. Use the edge guide you used for your file so you get the same angle. And again, working from tip to tail, not pushing too hard, slightly go down the ski from tip to tail. And then when you've done that, very lightly go down the base edge.
So the edges are prepared and the base is ready to go. What's next?
Next thing we're going to do is get the ski ready for waxing. What we'll do now then is take it out of the vise, reinstall it in this one, give it a brush, one final brush to make sure that it's clean, get all the contaminants out of the ski and all the metal filings from the previous operations we've done. Get our iron, which is already plugged in to the correct temperature for the wax that I'm going to use. And then again, starting at the tip, just drip the wax on like that. Okay. And then starting at the tip of the ski, we will just let the iron heat the wax on. Don't leave the iron in one spot for too long. And always go forwards and backwards on the ski, never side to side. You don't want to scratch the ski. Just make sure you get complete coverage. And go right off the tail. Okay, put the wax away. Next thing we want to do, grab our scraper. The first thing you do is clean the tail, protector off, and then the edges. Never leave wax on your edges.
So we've taken a bit of a break to let the skis cool off, and Bill, the next step is scraping.
That's right, Chris. You're going to scrape off the wax, as much of the wax as you can, and just to expose the structure of the ski, the actual pattern in the base. So you want to be able to get the wax, as much wax off as you can with the scraper without scratching the ski. And then get ready to brush. Make one more pass and I should be able to go here. All right. So get the brass brush and just brush the ski from tip to tail and try and expose the structure. Get rid of the rest of the wax that the scraper can't get at.
What does structure do for the ski?
What the structure does, sort of in concert with the wax, is it allows the ski to glide easier. There's actually a pattern to it. If the ski was, smooth as glass, if you've ever done the old experiment where you tried to take two pieces of glass apart, there's a bit of suction there. Destruction helps to eliminate that suction. Now I'm going to use the horsehair brush to finish the ski off. Put a nice finish on the wax. There we go. That ski is done.
Ready to ski.
Ready to ski.
So thanks to Bill's expertise and attention to detail, these Rossis are ready to mount, finely tuned and ready to race. Now here's something else to consider. Maybe you're interested in trying some tuning or very serious about doing it yourself. Well, all of the tools that we saw Bill work with in the workshop are also available for sale right here at Sporting Life, so you can work on the bench at home. One of the things that Bill told me was you can never wax or brush too much, so be sure to wax your skis often. And I can assure you that having your skis well tuned and well waxed will go a long way to enhancing your enjoyment out there on the slopes.